What's something you miss from your childhood that the younger generation wouldn't understand? Movie rental at Blockbuster on Saturday nights. It was great to choose one movie for the whole family to watch together, and sometimes my parents allowed me to rent a kids' movie to watch the next morning. Heading off into the woods with no direction until you find your spot, and just making a camp there. I miss not having that instant connection with people. It was nice to get home and listen to the answering machine, then call them back. If you weren't home, they couldn't get you. Running amok, adventuring as a 12-year. Doing your thing on your bike with friends, spend the day at your current tree fort. Being home by sundown. Circa 70s. Honestly, I think my mom was just happy we were out of her hair. Childhood without phones and tablets. Heart. Balconies in movie theaters. Guitar Hero. With a crowd of friends amazed at your skills. Looking forward to Saturday mornings 'cause that's when the best cartoons were on. CD-ROMs coming in cereal boxes. Going biking with the kids from your neighborhood and going back home too late. BC, you have no idea what time it is, and your dad already standing in the doorway ready to yell at you for being home later than he asked you to be. Going outside and playing with the neighborhood kids. Not having a 24-hour news cycle. If you wanted the news, you had to catch it at 6 o'clock or read the newspaper. It was a much more chill way to live. Hanging out with friends in person. Walking someone to their departure gate and getting to say goodbye as they get on the plane. Instead of dropping them off at the curb and bailing for security reasons. I know wrestling is still somewhat popular, but it was pretty much MCU tier back in the day. The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, and etc. Those guys were the fucking Avengers for my generation. There was something uniquely exciting about a chaotic crash TV show where street-level superheroes, built like Greek gods, would cut awesome, hilarious promos and then beat the fuck out of each other. And all of it being live added an extra element of suspense. Shit's fucking boring these days. A lot of people feel like they grew out of it. But I don't think that's it for me. The wrestlers are just bland. Nobody today has got a hugely unique personality like The Rock did. Come back when the lights come on. Before 911 and the 24 hours news cycle, there used to be this thing called calm. These brief periods in between terrible news when everything was just fine. For most people. I miss that. TV shows that you had to watch at the time they came on. No VCR or streams for later. You watched it when it came on, or you watched the rerun 3 months from then. If there was a rerun. So you made damn sure you watched your watch for 8 p.m. for the Dukes of Hazzard. Being on a university campus when everyone didn't have a phone. I started my undergrad right before the first iPhone came out. Within a year, eye contact became rare. The fun of playing with other kids after school. My nephews now face their phones and tablets after school to play online games, which is for me no fun. The internet really ruined the idea of traveling for me. Other places were still mysterious before my time. But the original James Bond movies were a big deal to audiences because they filmed on location throughout the world. It was the first time many people saw these areas, even if they were glamoured up for Hollywood. As a kid, you'd see pictures maybe in a book or photo album from a family member that visited. You had no idea about other areas. Now, I can just Google any place in the world and get pictures, video, street view, look up businesses, etc. Not just that, but the content online almost always looks better than it does in person, which means experiencing It often results in disappointment. People on social media post their endless photos online. I've seen the top of Machu Picchu so many times on my Facebook feed that I have no interest in going myself. Climbing trees. Phone books. You could look up your neighbor's number. Webkins. MSN Messenger. POGS. Cheap candy given by my grandma. Information was based on word or mouth, not the internet. If you heard something, you could easily find the person and confront them about it. Nowadays internet equals facts. Apparently, my grandpas, one's in prison and the other's in dirt prison. Saturday morning cartoons. From 7 a.m. till noon all three major networks had nothing but cartoons and sugary cereal commercials. Oh, I miss those lazy mornings. Pogs were somehow a fun time, but I think it's because I only played when my brother and I were actually getting along. Getting a toy in cereal boxes. Playing outside with my friends. Today's generation mostly plays online. I used to play from morning till evening. Missing someone without them being available right at your fingertips on a deceive.